written down as well. Right, so oh, that's quite low for me. I'm gonna, no, I'll start spitting on it. It's all right, well, we'll make do. Oh, well done. Right, everybody, I'm Kaz Buckingham. I'm Patch as well, so that's how I name. So my story and why I'm here today starts 18 months ago when I simply made the very innocent and obvious comment on a post on Facebook regards a very, very large man suing the women's NFL for not allowing him to play with the women. And I simply said what I think every man, woman, child the world over would say: well done, men shouldn't play women's sports, especially a massive fella like this who would probably kill women. Right? That was it. But then what happened was I got removed from my sport of roller derby for transphobic, discriminatory views, and I was against everything that they stood for. So that was devastating in itself. I lost my sport of 6 years. I was training, I was so into it, I gave up my life for that sport, and they took it away from me. Not only that, they posted on their Facebook page, their official page, which is liked by the roller derby community around the world, that a member of their community a member of their sport has been removed for discriminatory, transphobic views that we do not stand for. And then obviously, as you can imagine, the things came in. Well done, that was great, thank you for standing up for us, get rid of the bigots, those horrible people. Yeah, well, I wasn't standing for that. So I simply said, wow, a female member of the sport knows the implications of men in women's sports for safety and unfairness. Where did all the feminists go? So for 3 days straight, I was abused. I was inciting murder, suicide. I was a TERF, which I've never heard of. I was every word under the sun. I was panicked. It was awful. And it only stopped when I complained to the team, I'm being abused on Facebook and personal message. Then it got removed. So that's still going on today. I'm still getting abused. But anyway, so it all starts with, which is what I want to talk about, social media. What a pit of ignorance and disgust that is. But it's also very good for spurring us on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal words of others to inspire you into change and all this excitement. And I'm also going to inspire you into absolute anger, right? So here we go. You know what it's like. And you've probably heard a lot of these. So, right. So to be clear, self-ID means a grown man, no surgery, no female clothing, nothing, can walk bollock naked into a female changing room next to your daughter. That's what it means. You can't question him because he's self-IDs. That's what it means, everybody. Right, that's somebody's comment. Another one. If you think I shouldn't be allowed in women's restrooms because I'm transgender, I will come to your house and shit down your throat. How they're lovely. They're so lovely, aren't they? How dare they reduce womanhood to something that a man can opt into? We are not castrated men. We are not men on estrogen. We are not men in dresses. We are not men with long hair. We are not men with breast implants. Woman is something more magical that no man can opt into. Am I right?
Yay!
Yeah. This is a great one. This is going to get you. I accidentally transphobic myself today. So tomorrow, I'm helping a student at the university go do ultrasounds. I was asked to fill out a form. In this form, one of the rules was, if you are found pregnant, the test will be cancelled and the student will have to find someone else. The thing is, here we go. I saw this in my mind and instantly said, no, that's fine. I can't get pregnant. I'm a trans woman. I'm not a real woman. Now, I'm mentally bashing my head against the wall. Has anyone made this accident? That one thing has taken a toll on my dysphoria. Oh, poor boy. Poor boy. Anyway, another one. Trans patients were called last week and informed that their long-awaited top surgery had to be cancelled for more cancer mastectomies to happen. It is not their responsibility. Our top surgery is not cosmetic. Transgender waiting times are fatal and #I won't die waiting. They're lovely people. I just love them. Right, so can we be clear, please? When we talk about trans rights, what we're talking about is the rights of biological males to trample all over the rights of biological females. That's why you don't hear much from the trans men in this debate, because they're biological women. Isn't that right? Oh, you'll like this one. Tell me if you don't like this one. Society will one day accept minor attractive persons. Aren't they lovely? They're not paedophiles because they identify as minor attracted persons as part of the queer community. We just have to keep pushing it. Let the world know the truth about who we are. It will take a bit, but eventually we will get there. The maps of the future will no longer have to hide who they are. But he goes on. It's a man, obviously. He goes on. My goal in life is to change society's attitudes towards maps and children's autonomy. Isn't that lovely? To make experiences between maps and children harmless and acceptable. We have the intellect and arguments to do it. We just need numbers. We need to focus on academia. Oh, I must be spurring you on now into action. Must be. Right. Always one. Please consider trans folks on Mother's Day. And adapt your language. Try birthing vessel day, baby producing unit day, or womb proprietor day as a more inclusive alternative. We need to do better. And that was from Dr. Dame Katie Denise, trans academic. Yeah, a man. Right, last one. As a minority of athletes doped to win, we need to acknowledge the idea that male athletes identify as women to win. And on that, I want to bring up that we've started with swimming and rugby. Woohoo! We're getting there, one step at a time. And with that, I want to say about a project I want to start up. So I want to see roller derby take on this. This is what I'm going for now. I am going for it. It wasn't in my scope because they're so trans they're so into whatever the new fad is, whatever it is, they're into it. And it was a sport started up mostly by women who just want to get out of their ordinary lives, put on skates, change their demeanour, give themselves a really cool hard name and knock the shit out of each other and just get away from the kitchen. That's how it started out. Now it's all about how can we be more inclusive to men, because we should let them in, because it shouldn't just be for women. But it's called Women's Flat Track Roller Derby. And they're the people who are allowing men into their sport. So I'm going to start a project. I'm going to start a web page and I'm going to gather stories, and I want to ban men in women's roller derby. So that's where I want to go. But just on that, I was thinking on the car over here about so the whole thing is this sex self-ID. That's why we're here. And mostly what we're talking about is men identifying as females and making it official. But let's not forget that opens it up to children, right? And as a mother, you know what teenagers, you know what kids are like. They know everything. They know their rights and they know how to get stuff now. So all they have to do is say, Mum, I want to be a princess. You have to buy me expensive dresses, tiaras, deliver my meals to me, clean my room for me, do whatever I say. And if Mum says, don't be ridiculous, you're not a princess, I'm not doing that. All that child has to do is say, my mum won't let me do this, and that's it. That mother is an abuser. She's, against her children. She's not allowing her children to self-ID, and it just opens the pathways to all this absolute nonsense. So let's not let it happen. So that's where I am. And I'm the last speaker today, so I'll pass you back over to Anna. So I hope I riled you up for the march. Yeah.
There are just a couple of things I'd like to say before we have our footpath march. The police are here. I specifically asked for the police to be here. Most of my life I've not really wanted police at demos, but we do need protection. So the police are here and they understand their role. Secondly, I know I did take a couple of photos of people with maroon ribbons. I will delete those photos. If you haven't yet got a maroon ribbon and you can't be in any photos, please take a maroon ribbon. If other people are taking photos, please respect that the people with maroon ribbons can't be in photos. And if you wouldn't mind emailing them to me so I can, not the maroon ribboned people, the others, so that I can post them on the IWD Brisbane Meanjin Facebook page tonight. There are 23 call flutes. It would be great if everyone takes one. There are also 2 feminist flags. please be aware that in the past we have had our core flutes taken by people who oppose women's sex-based rights, so protect your core flute. We will pack up now and Christine will lead us on our march. Thank you all for coming. If there is anyone here who would like to speak at the next one, just send me a direct message on the Facebook page, because we're all welcome to have a go. Thanks.
Woo-hoo!